Real Madrid blocks Tchouaméni's exit. Real Madrid has once again shown why it is not just another club, but an institution that follows its own rules, guided by tradition, conviction, and a unique way of understanding football. At a time when Europe's financial giants attempt to shake the transfer market with astronomical offers, the club led by Florentino Perez has delivered a firm and resounding answer. Aurélien Tchouaméni is going nowhere. An offer that would tempt any club. From England came a staggering proposal, an offer that, according to sources close to the deal, reached the symbolic mark of €100 million. For most clubs, such a figure would have been irresistible. Instant financial relief, room to strengthen multiple positions, and short-term flexibility. But Real Madrid is not most clubs. In their eyes, no amount of money justifies losing a player who has already become the backbone of the present and the foundation of the future. In modern football, where business logic so often trumps sporting vision, Madrid stands as an exception. Their philosophy is simple yet powerful. Key pillars are not sold, they are protected. And at just 24 years of age, Aurélien Tchouaméni has already earned that sacred status. A profile like few others. Since arriving from AS Monaco in 2022, Tchouaméni has shown he is no ordinary midfielder. His defensive reading of the game, his physical dominance, and his tactical intelligence have elevated him to an indispensable role. He doesn't just recover possession. He does so cleanly, almost surgically, with an anticipation that recalls the very best defensive midfielders of the past. Yet his impact goes far beyond statistics. When pressure mounts, when the match tilts into chaos, Tchouaméni becomes a source of serenity. His teammates know that behind them stands a shield, covering spaces, shutting down transitions, and allowing the creative talents to thrive without fear. His contribution is quiet, almost invisible, but absolutely decisive. Every Madrid fan feels it. When Tchouaméni is on the pitch, the team exudes stability. His presence generates an unspoken confidence, a sense that order will be restored no matter the storm. That is the kind of value money simply cannot buy. Xabi Alonso, his biggest advocate. The arrival of Xabi Alonso to the dugout has only reinforced Tchouaméni's significance. Few managers understand the role of a defensive midfielder better than Alonso himself, who in his playing days was the silent engine of both Real Madrid and the Spanish national team. Without him, the system loses balance, Alonso has reportedly insisted in private conversations. For the Basque coach, a winning project cannot rely solely on goal scorers or star names. It must be built on midfield control. And in that equation, Tchouaméni is irreplaceable. A message to the locker room and to Europe. Rejecting €100 million is not only a financial decision, it is a psychological statement. Within the locker room, the message is clear: the club protects its own. In an era where players often feel like tradable assets, Real Madrid shows its squad that its key figures are non-negotiable. That trust strengthens bonds, creates cohesion, and fuels commitment on the pitch. Externally, the decision echoes across Europe, and especially towards the Premier League. It is a reminder that Real Madrid does not bow to financial power, not even to the immense resources of England's richest clubs or state-backed institutions. Madrid dictates its own rules, and in this market, it still has the authority to say no. Rooted in history. This is not the first time Real Madrid has taken such a stand. Throughout its history, the club has protected players considered untouchable, from Alfredo Di Stefano to Raúl, from Iker Casillas to Luka Modric, and even Cristiano Ronaldo during his prime. Each generation had its non-transferable icons, and Tchouaméni is now writing his name into that tradition. He may be French, he may have only been at the club for 2 seasons, but his profile and impact have already made him part of Madrid's heritage. To sell him would not just mean losing a midfielder, it would mean weakening the very essence of a project built for the next decade. A future to be built around him. At just 24, Tchouaméni still has room to grow. He has the potential to become the best in the world in his position, and Madrid wants that evolution to happen in white. Alongside Camavinga, Valverde, and Bellingham, he represents the new core designed to carry the torch after the golden era of Kroos and Modric. That is why numbers don't matter. The €100 million offered by England are irrelevant compared to the magnitude of the sporting project. Florentino Perez and his board know that selling Tchouaméni would mean mortgaging the future. A decision that inspires. Among the fans, the response has been one of pride and excitement. At a time when many clubs surrender to financial temptation, Madrid stands firm in defending sporting values above business. For supporters, Tchouaméni's continuity is not just relief, it is a source of renewed belief in the club's direction. The Santiago Bernabéu has seen countless legendary goals, but the decision to keep a player like Tchouaméni carries its own weight. It tells the fans that the future is safe, that stability has been secured, and that the team will not lose its spine. Conclusion: more than just a footballer. In the end, Real Madrid has made one thing crystal clear: Tchouaméni is more than a holding midfielder. He is a symbol of their philosophy, a philosophy that resists inflated offers, prioritizes the collective project, and safeguards identity over profit. To shield Tchouaméni is to shield the future of the club. It is to protect the values that built Madrid's legend: discipline, sacrifice, and unwavering belief. His worth cannot be measured in millions. It lies in what he brings to the pitch, to the dressing room, and to the soul of the project. Aurélien Tchouaméni will continue to wear white. And with that, Real Madrid reminds the world that its greatness is not for sale. Rodrygo chooses to stay at Real Madrid, a sign of ambition, commitment, and long-term vision. The second major headline of the season comes from Real Madrid's attacking front. Rodrygo goes, one of the most promising talents in Brazilian and global football, has decided to remain at the club despite receiving highly attractive offers from English Premier League teams. This decision is far from a mere contractual formality. It is a clear declaration of intent. Rodrygo has made it evident that his goal is not just to shine briefly, but to build a lasting legacy at one of the most demanding and prestigious clubs in the world. The context of this choice is essential to understanding its significance. In England, Rodrygo had the opportunity to earn higher wages and to become the undisputed star of a different project. Yet, he has valued factors that go beyond money: the quality of the challenge, the daily demands, and the opportunity to grow in an environment where every training session is an exam, every match a test of character, and each season a pursuit of excellence. Staying at Real Madrid is neither comfortable nor guaranteed. It requires competing against some of the best footballers in the world and proving consistently that you deserve a place in the squad. At just 22 years old, Rodrygo has taken on this challenge with a maturity that impresses even the club's most optimistic fans. His continuation at Madrid goes far beyond contractual terms. It is not just a salary or a number on the payroll. It is a profound commitment to the club's history and identity. Rodrygo has chosen to remain in a setting where he can forge his legend, even if it means battling daily for a spot and facing the relentless pressure of a club that does not tolerate mediocrity. Every goal, assist, and gesture on the pitch contributes to a narrative that could place him alongside legendary figures who have worn the white jersey, from Raúl and Zidane to Cristiano Ronaldo and Karim Benzema. Xabi Alonso's tactical vision. Xabi Alonso's role in this scenario is crucial. The new Madrid coach trusts that Rodrygo can fully develop in his natural position, left winger. This trust is no coincidence. Alonso, known for his tactical precision and ability to maximize players' individual strengths, offers Rodrygo the ideal platform to exploit his key attributes: speed, dribbling, vision, and teamwork. In addition, Rodrygo possesses a natural goal-scoring instinct which, when properly channeled, can make the difference in critical matches, both in La Liga and in the Champions League. Having Rodrygo in this position not only benefits him individually but also significantly expands the team's offensive options. His ability to create space, generate numerical advantages, and press high enables Alonso to implement more dynamic and adaptable tactical schemes. The combination of Rodrygo's presence on the left with other creative and attacking players provides Madrid with offensive flexibility that can be a nightmare for any defense. Internal competition, a catalyst for excellence. The internal competition generated by this decision is not a problem. It is a catalyst for improvement. Real Madrid's history shows that the most successful teams have thrived thanks to healthy internal rivalries. Competition pushes every player to elevate their level and strengthens the collective. By staying, Rodrygo faces teammates of immense quality, which forces him to improve constantly. This dynamic benefits not only the individual but ensures that the squad maintains high levels of motivation and standards. Managing this competition falls to Xabi Alonso, who must balance individual ambitions with collective objectives. So far, the coach has shown an impressive ability to manage egos while keeping the team focused on the common goal: winning. His leadership blends discipline with support, creating an environment where players can thrive without losing sight of team priorities. Club strategy: a long-term vision. Real Madrid has demonstrated patience, foresight, and long-term strategy in this case. While many clubs opt to sell young prospects to generate immediate revenue, Schamartin is focused on consolidating a young core that can lead the next decade. Rodrigo fits perfectly into this plan. He combines youth, international experience, and proven performance at the highest levels, having already played in multiple editions of the Champions League, FIFA Club World Cup, and top domestic competitions. His continued presence not only strengthens the squad in the short term but also provides stability and sustainable growth for years to come. At a time when the team is undergoing a gradual rebuild, having players who understand the Madrid culture and are committed to the club's vision is invaluable. Emotional and symbolic impact. Rodrigo's decision also carries strong emotional and symbolic weight. It strengthens the bond with the fans, who see in him a player willing to take risks, fight, and sacrifice for the badge. In a modern football world often dominated by mega contracts and frequent transfers, his commitment to Real Madrid reminds us that choices can still be guided by ambition, passion, and the desire to leave a lasting legacy. For younger supporters and aspiring players, Rodrigo becomes a role model, an example of how to prioritize personal growth and legacy over short-term rewards. Historical comparisons and future projection. Historically, Real Madrid has seen young players who chose to fight for their place become legends. Raúl González, Iker Casillas, and Sergio Ramos are prime examples of players who faced fierce internal competition and extreme pressure yet built unforgettable careers. Rodrigo, with his talent, mindset, and determination, has the potential to follow in their footsteps, provided he maintains the consistency and discipline required to succeed in such a demanding environment. His international prospects are also notable. His ability to perform in continental tournaments, combined with experience gained at the Bernabeu, positions him as a potential global reference in the coming years. Major challenges lie ahead: European competitions, domestic titles, and inevitable responsibilities with the Brazilian national team. Staying at Real Madrid provides him with the ideal platform to prepare, grow, and prove that he can be decisive in the most crucial moments. Benefits for the team and fans. Rodrigo's impact extends beyond tactical and individual considerations. His presence strengthens team cohesion, adds attacking versatility, and generates excitement among supporters. Fans see in him not just a talented player but a symbol of continuity, ambition, and identity. At a club where success is measured not only by results but also by cultural significance, having committed and historically aware players is vital for long-term projects. Conclusion. In short, Rodrigo's decision to stay at Real Madrid is a shared victory for the player, the coach, and the club. It strengthens the team, excites the fans, and consolidates the institution's long-term strategy. It sends a clear message to the football world. At Real Madrid, top players are drawn not merely by money but by the chance to make history. His stay is a testament to ambition, character, and vision for the future, reminding us that in modern football, choices can still be guided by passion, legacy, and the desire to transcend. Rodrigo is not only betting on his own future, he is reinforcing the club's identity, contributing skill and versatility to the squad, and, above all, demonstrating that Real Madrid remains a destination of prestige where players compete not only for trophies but to build a legend that endures across generations. Ángel still signing, the new pillar of Real Madrid's midfield. In a move that has sent shockwaves through European football, Real Madrid has officially announced the signing of German midfielder Ángel Still, a talent regarded as a global prospect and expected to become one of the club's central figures for the next decade. This acquisition is far from a mere market headline. It is the result of a carefully crafted strategic plan, demonstrating once again that Madrid does not act on impulse, but with patience and foresight, balancing both present ambitions and future prospects. The strategy behind the signing. Still's signing reflects a meticulous strategy, strengthening the team's most delicate and decisive area, the midfield, the heart of the squad, where victories are forged, matches are controlled, and championships are decided. At Real Madrid, midfield planning has historically been a top priority, and the club's management understands that a solid team requires a balance of offensive creativity and defensive discipline at the core of its play. Over the years, the club has invested significant time and resources in identifying young talents capable of combining tactical intelligence, physical capacity, and game vision, ensuring that each addition aligns with the club's philosophy. The scouting of Still was no accident. For over a year, the German midfielder underwent exhaustive evaluation, including advanced statistical analysis, live observation in high-level competitions, and assessments of his adaptability to various tactical systems. Every interception, every through ball, Every decision on the pitch was tracked and analyzed by Real Madrid's scouting department. The unanimous conclusion: Ángel still embodies every quality the club seeks in a modern midfielder capable of making a decisive impact in today's football. Player profile: still represents the ideal blend of youth, tactical intelligence, work ethic, and long-term potential. His playing style integrates creativity and defensive rigor, vision and pressing ability, anticipation and forward projection. This versatility makes him an indispensable asset for Xabi Alonso, who now has a wider range of options to build a solid, competitive team capable of dominating both La Liga and the UEFA Champions League. Technically, Still is a complete midfielder. He can operate as a deep-lying playmaker, distributing the ball with precision, or in more advanced roles, creating imbalance and space for teammates. His game reading allows him to intercept passes, anticipate opponent movements, and initiate rapid transitions that can be lethal in modern football. This adaptability makes him suitable for multiple systems, a key trait for a squad competing across several competitions each season. Bernabeu history and the midfield tradition. Still's arrival is part of Real Madrid's long-standing tradition of treating the midfield as a prized asset. From Alfredo Di Stefano, who redefined the offensive midfield role, to Redondo, Makelele, Xabi Alonso, and Luka Modric, the club has consistently built its successes around players capable of controlling games from the center. Each of these legends not only provided individual brilliance but also helped establish the collective style that has become synonymous with Madrid. Ángel still is now a new link in this chain, promising balance, creativity, and control. His presence ensures that Madrid maintains its identity, where dominating the midfield is not optional, it is essential for competing at the highest level. The player's determination. One of the most remarkable aspects of this signing is Still's own decision to prioritize Real Madrid over other major European clubs. This not only reflects his ambition and desire to join a winning project, but also his understanding of what it means to wear the white jersey. The Santiago Bernabéu is more than a stadium. It is a symbol where each player understands the responsibility and legacy tied to this club. Still's patience and willingness to wait for the right moment demonstrate that he is not arriving by chance. He is prepared, mentally and physically, to embrace the challenge of defending this emblem. Impact on team and fans. The fans' reaction has been immediate and enthusiastic. With Still in the squad, the midfield gains freshness, balance, and tactical versatility. His ability to alternate between offensive and defensive roles will allow Xabi Alonso to experiment with formations, adapt to various opponents, and maintain control of matches during critical moments. Moreover, the addition of Still sends a clear message to the squad. Real Madrid continues to invest in top-quality talent, securing not only the club's present but also its long-term future. This long-term planning has been a key factor in maintaining the club's sustained competitiveness over decades, regardless of changes in the squad or coaching staff. Future projection and expectations. Still's arrival is not just an immediate boost, it is a long-term investment. At just 22 years old, the German midfielder has the potential to become a central figure for the next decade. His combination of youth, talent, and tactical discipline suggests he can assume a leading role even in the toughest competitions, including the Champions League, where controlling the midfield often proves decisive. Strategically, this signing enhances Madrid's ability to switch between different playing styles. Still can function in a classic 4-3-3, a more defensive 4-2-3-1, or even in a high-press system, where his anticipation skills are crucial. This tactical flexibility is invaluable in today's congested calendars, where adaptation and innovation separate success from failure. Comparison with historical signings. Looking at recent Madrid history, parallels emerge with previous transformative signings. From Modric in 2012, who provided balance and creativity, to Casemiro in 2015, who added defensive solidity, the club has proven that investing in midfield is essential for sustained competitiveness. Still combines both profiles: defensive intelligence, game reading, vision, and offensive projection. In this sense, his signing could rank among the most strategically important additions in recent years. International impact and media coverage. Still's signing has resonated far beyond Spain. Analysts and media outlets across Europe agree that his arrival elevates the squad's competitive level and reinforces Madrid's image as a club capable of attracting elite young talent. This international attention also signals to future prospects that Real Madrid remains a coveted destination, a stage for development and achievement at the highest level. Conclusion. Ultimately, Ángel Still's signing is more than a sporting acquisition. It is a strategic move, carefully planned and executed with precision. It strengthens the midfield, preserves the club's philosophy, introduces youth and talent, and projects a competitive team for the coming years. Real Madrid demonstrates once again that it acts with intelligence, prioritizes planning over impulse, and ensures that every signing serves a clear purpose, maintaining greatness, both now and in the future. With still, the midfield becomes an axis of control, creativity, and solidity. The squad gains a player capable of making a decisive impact, and the club's history adds a new chapter in its tradition of safeguarding the heart of the team. The future is being built here, with intelligence, ambition, and talent ready to carry Real Madrid to new victories in Spain and Europe.